Madeline.
Yes, hello.
Hello, Madeline.
Wajia.
Roger.
Right, yeah. We have other people?
It's been a long
Nope.
time. Well, not really. It's only Bill, Ben,
And I thought
you, and that's it.
Mukjemnina, because the community is on lockdown.
Googie boy.
Yeah.
Agugibwa.
Yeah, I'm glad you came, though. I wanted to talk to you anyway, so it's good that you are here. This virtual course, you have been one of the most, besides Ben, most present in the course, and you've been the one who did more of the homework and I think got the most out of it. And so I wanted to hear a little bit more from you as to how we want to continue after Goose Break, because Goose Break is coming, and I was thinking of taking a month off anyway for Goose Break since since Kawa was in a lockdown, just to wait for things to blow over a little bit and maybe get started again at the beginning of the summer, depending on what you say. So tell us, how has this been helpful, if at all, to your own reading and writing of Naskapi?
Well, it has been helpful, yeah. I have my chart in front of me now all the time. And like I was always able to read and write Naskapi as a teenager, but then after a while, I never used it, so I just kind of forgot about it. So by doing this course, it just like refreshed my memory. And for sure, there are things that I know now, like the letter L and the letter R, that I never knew before because I never learned it. And I also learned why things are written in a certain way and why not in the other way. So yeah, it has been helpful for me. I think that I'll be more confident in myself if I need to write Naskapi now with other people, well, especially to elders. And I use it now when I'm like writing to professionals too, you know, like in my job. So I just write like a little bit of Naskapi words at the end or at the beginning, you know, so just so I can have it with me all the time, and then maybe I can teach a little bit to my children. So.
Well, that's really valuable to hear, because that shows me that this is worthwhile, even if it's just a place where we get to read to each other and practice a little bit every now and then.
Yeah, I think it's very helpful for the Naskapi people who can't read or write Naskapi. Like I know Sharon doesn't write or read Naskapi, so she found this very interesting, you know. So it was a little bit difficult for her, but still she was able to catch up and started to understand a few stuff. So sometimes we talk about what we learned, you know.
Oh, that's nice. That's really nice.
Yeah. So no, I think it's very interesting because there's another course, Agnes McKenzie's course, that I didn't join because he said that mostly for people who can't, well, like really, who can't really speak Naskapi and write and read at all. So I didn't join that. Well, even Sharon told me, because she joins that, she told me I would be too advanced in that anyway. So yeah.
Good. And I was thinking that, you know, with so many people leaving Kawa for Goose Break, and because of the lockdown, I'm not getting anybody from the band office coming in.
Yeah.
We used to have the conference room with 3 or 4 people. And Annie came last week and the week before, but it was just Annie.
Yeah.
So I was thinking of having a break, taking the month of May off, and then sending out an email to everybody and trying to get started again, and doing it some more. But it doesn't mean we have to stop doing anything, but you can do some things on your own. But I think having each other to read to, I think is helpful. I do
Yeah.
have some things prepared for today as well, and I will try to give you a useful class.
Oh, I thought this course was like given until like May or
Well,
June.
this is supposed to be the last week.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna start in January and go until the end of April, and then I was going to take all of the month of May off for goose break, and then start up at the beginning of the summer, June maybe. But we'll see what people
Okay.
say.
Yeah. So it has helped me. I don't think I'm going to register again for the next course because, I just, like I said, I just wanted to refresh my memory. And I don't know even if I registered again, I don't know how better I could get. I guess the only way I can get better is read all the time and try
That's
to
right.
read all the time.
Yeah, that's really the key, is spending time in practice on a regular basis instead of just once a week. If you can do something, even 5 minutes once a day, then you will get much better and you'll notice it yourself.
Yeah.
But I can't make you do that, but you could. I can show you a few things that can help you. I've got a couple of children's books that I was going to show today.
Mhm.
But like we have started in the past, and because we're recording this and I'm going to post it online for ever, so people can come back and watch this in the future, I'm going to do one of the Naskapi hymns. We'll have a Naskapi hymn like we usually do, and then I'll get on to demonstrating a few of the children's books, and then we'll do a little bit of reading together, even though it's just the three of us.
Yeah. It's the part that I enjoy the most, I think. It's the reading part.
Okay, very good. And this one is called, in the Naskapi hymnals at the bottom of the page, it always says what the song is by the melody. And this one is called Nearer My God to Thee. And it's from the Kasta Malbuch Mishnegen, the brown book.
Oh, it's what I have now.
So if you have a brown book, it's on page 32 of the Kasta Malbuch. That's the one. It's hymn number 32 in that book. And here's how it goes. O Jishamanito Nitapwatan Chiahasimin Janatitan Akoniatitan Wasanimositan Nimachitwa wina oichihi Mishiwakayan Nikewitan Kia kaitian otahastit notanato kia minwachihi payachinitachak Jesus Ochi Nimachitwa wina Nasamichat Nimishimiskakon Nidachakot O Chistapawahi Jesus Christ Omikot Kia Pima Chihi Wiahochi Hakoma Jota Chaitayan Nika Miwaimon Nita Chokchakot Ajustinayan Jesus awit jawit Jakino waimit asachi. Sometimes when we sing these songs in church in the past, it was just sounds. But when you stop and look at it and try to figure out, well, what were they saying in Cree? These are all of my sins. Nimichitwauna. And he says something you would never speak in a conversation. You would say, I have a lot of sins. I'm a terrible person. My sins, they sure are many. Nasamichach. Nimiskagun nitachak. My soul is in a terrible condition. Oh, wash me. Chistapawai. Oh, wash me, Jesus Christ, in your blood. Wash me in your blood. And save me from that. Save me from that, by means of that thing. So when it's not the way we would talk in Naskapi to each other in a conversation, but it does have a message, and it does mean something. And it isn't always the exact translation from the English hymns, Nearer My God to Thee. It's the person who translated it is really a Cree hymn writer who took the ideas in the English and he put them into Cree. And then we took the Cree hymn book and we put it into Naskapi spelling. So that's why we have these as they are. Okay, so this, now I'm sharing my Windows screen, and in the middle of the Windows screen is the bottom of the email that I send to everybody where I say, see you this afternoon, and has all of these links for the online resources. And the first one listed is a Dropbox folder with Naskapi eBooks in it. And I've added a few more eBooks. Eventually all of the books that we ever print on paper will all end up here in this Naskapi ebook folder. And so anybody can click on this and get a free view of all of Naskapi ebooks. And I'll show what happens when you go there. So when you go to that Naskapi ebooks folder, there's a lot of books, and I tried to name the files the same as the title. And the ones I want to show today are the Little Lost Caribou book and the Dancing Ants book. The Little Lost Caribou book.
What's meaning no ebook?
Oh, okay, I described that one last time I was there. That is a story about Minnie Uniam. We called her Minnie Nohom because it was our daughter Elizabeth. When we lived in the community, Minnie Uniam was like a Nohom to her. And she would make moccasins and slippers and mittens and hats for our children. And so our daughter Elizabeth made a storybook about how she makes moccasins from caribou hide. So that's what that one is. This
Yes.
one is the Little Lost Caribou ebook. And let me share the book itself. It's good if you're able to show this with pages side by side. The way this is displayed, it's a book that if you open up the two pages, this is the page on the left, and this is the page on the right. And so if you change the view so that you can see both pages, then you see the left and the right together. So it's a story about a caribou, and it's illustrated by our daughter Elizabeth, who did the watercolors. But the benefit of this book is that you're able to learn to read by repeating the same line over and over and over again. So these books are all available at the NDC office, or you could order them online as a book to read to children. But I wanted to show this on the screen to show how it works. So atikus, small caribou, that's what that word means, atikus. Ka unishnik, unishik, he's lost. And look at the next page.
Well, he's lost. Don't we say omniscient? And here's
Ka unishint, ka unishik. Yeah. I was really not sure. I had several people to help me with this. When Silas checked the spelling of it, he said we should spell it ka unishik.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's how they speak too, right?
Yeah. But you're right, ka unishint would be also correct. So then the raven, caribou, comes by. Chiwapmao na caribou, caribou. Atikus. Danta cha gas danta chikanisic. Where is your family? Nikapipam mian jaji nantuap mikwao. I will fly off to go find them. So caribou, where's your family? I will fly off to go find them. Then the next one he meets is Wabush. So tikus kia kakaju chi stotauch. So the caribou and the raven are going together. Ishpika wapmat wabusha. So they see a rabbit. The rabbit says, tikus, danta chihanishich. You see what just happened there? We got to the second page and we're saying the same words over again. Tikus, danta chihanishich. Nika pichapichapion. Pichapichapion. I'm going to hop around to go to find them. Chaji nan duap bikwao. I'm going to go look for them. So now look what the next page does. Atikus, kakaju, kia wabush, chistotauch, ispika wapmach, chekwa. So the three of them, the raven and the caribou and the rabbit, go off until they see a bear. And then the same line repeats, tikus, tata chihanishich, nika pipamotan, chaji nanatwapikwa. So the bear is going to walk. So there was the raven who flew off, and then the rabbit who hopped off, and now the bear is going to walk off to help you go find your family. And so with each page, if you're reading this with a child, the child reads these same words again, atikus, tanta chihanishich. And eventually, by the time you finish the book, it's a lot easier for that child to read, or for you to read.
Yeah.
And in each picture, you always see the same animals repeated. So now instead of just the raven, we have the raven and the rabbit and the baby caribou and the bear, and then atikus, kakajo, wabush, kia, chek, chistotauch, ispika, wapmach, machashua. So, and at every page, you get a new word to learn, machashu. There's a fox, machashu. And then the machashu says, tikus, danta chihanishich. Nike pipamimpatan. I'm going to run, pipampatan. Jaji nduap mikwao. To go find him. So there's a new word added at every page. So the rabbit did hopping, the bird did flapping, the bear is going to walk, and the fox is going to run. And there's a picture. You can, and if the child is looking at the pages with you, you can say, well, okay, where's the baby caribou? Well, you can see his hoof over here. Or where's the raven? Oh, there he is. And where's the bear? And so all of them are hidden in the picture someplace. Then we go to the next page. And it lists all the characters again. Tikus, Kakaju, Wabush, Chek, Kiamachashu. Chistotauch, Ishpika, Wapmach, Kakwa. He sees a porcupine, Kakwa. Tikus, Tanta Chihanishich. Nikke Wawap Motan. And that's kind of waddling when you walk. That's what he's going to do. He's gonna walk like this. Chaji Ninatuapakwa. And then all the characters are showing up on the page. Next page. Tikus, Kakaju, Wabush, Chek, Machashu, Kiakak. Chistotauch Ishpi Kahwapmach Mihena. Look at the Mihin's face. Tigus, Tanta Chihanishich. Nikke Mamiyachan. I'm going to smell around Chaji and Dwapakwa to go find them. And here, you can look very closely and find all of the animals, at least a part of them. Here's the wing of the raven at the top and the ears of the rabbit over here. It gets a little bit longer each time because we list all the names of all the animals. Tikus, Kakaju, Wabush, Chek, Machashu, Kak, Kia, Mihin, Chistotauch, Ishpika, Wapmach, Piawa. Piao. Look at what the fox is, what the wolf is doing. He wants Piao too. Tigus, Tanta Chihanishich. Nika Papawachan. Chaji Ninatuap Makwao.
What's Papuajan?
Papawachan. I'm going to flap around or fly.
No.
Papuajan.
Tigus, Kakaju, Wabush, Chek, Mihin, Machashu, Kak, Mihin, Kia, Piao, Chistota, Chispiska, Wapmach, Nemesha. So you can see all of their feet up here. They're all there. Tigus, Tanta, Chihanishich. Nike, Pipamipin. Nikan Chaji and Dwapmakwao. He's going to swim.
But don't we see no Bogashamon?
Yeah, when you go swimming, but a fish is always doing it, right? So he doesn't go swimming like when we go Pagwashamo. He's always swimming. So this is what they would say when a fish goes to swim, because he doesn't ever stop swimming, apparently.
Oh, Pugwashimu means it's like Pugwashimu is almost talking about like diving.
Jumping into the water. Yeah.
Pugwashimun is like
Pugwashimunano, I'm going splashing and
jumping
splashing.
in the water. Yeah,
No,
it's not
dive
really
is
swimming.
more-
It's like
No, I thought diving we say it's more Gokuchin.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, gonna just go right in. But go Pugwashimo is when people can go do that. Gonna go for a swim.
Yeah.
Pugwashimunano, they go swimming. Atikos, Karajo, Wabush, Chek, Machashu, Kak, Mihin, Piao, Kia, Nemesh, Chisto Dao Chispika, Wapmach, Amisqua. So there's the beaver, and there's everybody else all standing around. Tikus, Tanta Chihanishich, Nikin Nanamutan, Chaji, Nanat Duap, Nan Duap Makwao. Now we're kind of stretching it now. We say, how does a beaver walk? How does a beaver travel? Well, Sometimes they swim and sometimes they walk, but he's going to do this. He's going to nanamutan. It's kind of like what the porcupine is doing too. It's sort of a waddle. He's go from side to side. And then we list all their names again. Tikus kakaju, wabush, chek, machashu, kak, mihin, biao, nemesh, kia, amisk. Chistotau chispis ka wapmach. Wihanisiwa. The family, his family. Hatikus shas chi wa miskuwagno. So he's been found. Misquao. Chiwa misquao. And that's the end of the story. And we have, at the end of all of our books, we have a list of all of the words. And a syllabic chart. And then the story all spelled out in English. Little caribou was lost. He saw a raven. All the way to the end, little caribou was found.
That's a nice story.
So it's a nice story. It's a very nice book. If you are thinking of Christmas presents for your children or grandchildren or others, Naskapi people, this is a wonderful book for that sort of thing. We try to keep copies of them at the NDC office for sale. We used to also have big books.
Order them?
Yeah, you can order them too. Yeah, you can order them online. I think the link is on that invitation. Anyway, that's that book. I also wanted to show you another one. We're not going to read it all the way through, but I will show you this other one that we have. It's called The Dancing Ants. The Dancing Ants. And the Squaguch. And the Squaguch Ganimich. So this isn't a made-up story this is by the late elder John Piasatu. And I'll show this one too. Yeah, we can't, it's better. This one is also best shown as 2 pages side by side. So this one goes like this. This is Papuch Chasich. It's winter and it's really cold. Ago and Kokomanasich and Nishuch. Kokomanasich. There were these 2 old women. Kokomanasich, old ladies. 2 old grandmothers. And the story goes on, and I'm not going to go through the whole thing. And this one has both the English and the Naskapi on the pages. What I wanted to show you, what?
I see a word that says chashich.
Chasich, yep.
It
Shin. Okay, chasich. Okay, there's 2 ways of saying it's cold in Naskapi. One is to hell, right?
Yeah.
The other one is when it's really cold, shin.
Yeah, okay, that's what I
Shin.
thought.
And so if it's a little bit shin, and it's in the past tense, you say chasich. It's cold. So anyway, that's the way he said it. So for this book, we actually had John Piasatu telling the story, and it's been recorded.
Okay.
And so we didn't have the liberty of changing any of the words. We had to just take what he said and figure it out and then make a story. So we didn't translate this from English. We translated the English from Naskapi. It was originally told in Naskapi. But what I wanted to share with you is not the book, but the video.
Okay.
So here, there is, that's on the YouTube channel. So let me share the YouTube channel. So there's a link on your page for all the emails I send for this YouTube channel. This is where I've posted all of the virtual courses.
Mm-hmm.
And if you scroll down in this YouTube channel, you'll find there's 2 versions of the Dancing Ants. There's this one here, the Dancing Ants, Naskapi Legend Revision 1.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's this one, Enishkwaikwats Ganimich, the Dancing Ants. This one is written in Montagnais. It's written in Innu. And the reason for that was when he tells the story, it sounds like a little bit Innu, because John Piasatut, it was an Eastern Naskapi. He was a Wapanotauiu. And his dialect is a lot like the way they talk in Davis Inlet. So they wanted to make the book so that they could be used in both communities. So we first made this Naskapi one, and then we also made this Innu one here. But let me show you how this works. If you open this video and then play it, you'll hear him talk.
Babus 10. Он похумнашит знищить. Похумнашит. Куда там это вы похумнашит? Часовать на вот. Куними таба пиквастен бишквасист банана. Мистокна на кауши мистокна. Anga ba pikawachi mistokna. Tata to pikawachi skwan.
So that's the way that works. It's the book that we printed, but we also put it alongside of him telling the story, because that's where we got the story from. An old recording made in 1967 of John Piasatut telling this story. And I'll leave it to you to click on the link another time and to watch the whole thing, because I wanted to get right to doing some reading. All right, so that's on the Naskapi YouTube channel, the NDC YouTube channel.
Okay.
So now we have the book that we have been reading. And we've been reading the Naskapi Christmas story, and we're at the part where the Mantouch, Wapanotach ka Ototach, the strangers from the east came, ka Ototach.
So Wapanotach means from the east?
Wapanotach means in the east. So Wapanotau is east. Wapanotach means has this ch on the end, means that it's at that place.
Because we used to say Wapanotau too when people are walking around all night.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Somebody walking around there like, well, Wapan just means dawn, Wapan. That's when the sun is just coming up. And so we say Wapanotach is the direction of where you look when the sun comes up. And so if you're walking around until the sun comes up, then yeah, that's what you would say. That's what you would say. But this is the word for east in the Naskapi dictionary. And if we want to say in the east, it's Wapanotach. Wapanotau, it just means east. And this is really the story of the wise men. And this is the word that they used to say a wise man. Ka kichatwaitach nabauch. Ka kichatwaitach nabauch. So I'll begin, and then I'll pass it on to one of you, and you can each take a turn reading. Bethlehem, ka yishingatach otanayo, anta Judea aschich, ka tukanich, anta ka iut, Jesus. So that was the land where Jesus was born. It was called Bethlehem in Judea. Herod, makwach chi chauchamau. This is while the time when Herod was king. Jerusalemich, mak chi tukushinoch, ka kachatwaitach nabauch. Wise men. Wapanotach a ototach. Wise men from the east came to Jerusalem. Okay, who would like to begin reading the next words?
I'm
Wait,
gonna
just-
do it first because I have to go right
All right,
after.
all right, we'll let you go.
I
Go
just have a question with that word,
Sure.
root. Is that it?
Yeah, Kayut. Here, Jesus was born.
No, after Jesus.
Oh, after Jesus. All right, this one.
Yeah.
Arot.
Herod.
That's a person's name.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, his name is Herod.
Okay.
Oh, King Herod. That's Awit.
Herod, yeah.
Awit.
King
Okay.
Herod. Yeah, that's why it's a whenever you see an R or an L in a word, it's kind of a signal that's not really a Naskapi word.
But how come he doesn't have the H though?
The H.
Because
Yeah,
he should.
yeah, he should.
Howard.
I would have respelled this with an H in front. And so maybe the next edition we make of this book will have Herod spelled with an H.
But I think most names that we do say in Naskapi that begin with H, we don't even say the H. Jack.
No, Herod.
Harold.
Herod.
Harold.
Yeah. Okay, Ben, you can do it, and then I'll let you go.
Ako.
I'll go.
Ako ka nanito. Ako nanito.
Yep.
Kukwachicha muj.
Guachijamuch, good. They were asking and asking.
Ishishwach.
Aishishwach, yeah, Aishishwach.
Ishishwach. Tanta tat.
That. Good.
Tanta tat an awach. Tanta tat an awach. Ka you out. Much. Nee, you out.
Yud.
Youth.
Kayut. Yeah, it's the same. It's same like this word. This is Kayut,
Oh,
Jesus. He was born Kayut.
Kayuchi. Kayut. Aniyayu wa. Aniyayuwa.
Yeah, you are good.
Cho. Huge. Cho huge.
Jewiyut. Yeah, a Jew. The Jewish people.
Oh,
Jew.
I was like, what is Jew?
Jew. It's Jew.
Is it short for Joseph? Ma, just Jew.
No,
Okay.
it's Jew. Yes, it's Jew.
Jew huge. Cha uchi chauchisha chauchisha uchi mami chauchisha mach chauchisha uchi mamich chauchisha mamich.
Yeah, this is Algonquian language at its best. Okay, this part in the middle, right there, Uchimau, is boss, right? Uchimau.
Mm-hmm.
So,
They're gonna
Chisa.
make him the king, Jack.
Chisa Uchima means king, big boss, great boss.
But then they're gonna make him.
They're gonna make him king. He's gonna become the king of all of them. Yeah, that's what this chi on the end is, the plural of all of those guys are gonna make them their king. Good, good.
That's a complicated word.
Yeah, but that's the way Algonquian languages work. They start with the stem of the word is in the middle, and then they keep adding pieces to it. The Uchimau.
It's weird because I knew what it meant before I could read it properly.
Yeah, good. Madeline, would you like to read?
Kung kujuan ni.
Ako. Jenis ko ba?
Aja.
Whoops. I didn't notice I unmuted myself.
Oh, okay. It's your turn.
Ishpi?
No, I'm here at the was.
Oh,
Can you see that?
was.
Yes.
An nichi wa pimanan. An at achakita kuma.
Okay. That start with the u.
Otu chakita kuma. What the heck?
Yeah. Do you know what that word is?
No.
Ochakatak.
Okay.
Ochakatak, star. So ut ochakatak goma, it means his star. Star that belongs to him, or his star.
Kuma. Okay. I almost thought it was Utechukuma.
Yeah, so Nchi Wapmanan, we saw him, we saw it.
Okay.
Yeah, a star is animate, so you say Wapmao instead of Wapatan. So when
Okay.
you see a star, you say Wapmao. So it says Inji Wapmanan, we saw him,
Uta
his star.
itu Chakuma. And Wapinutach.
Yep, in the east. We saw his star in the east.
Auk Mak Anya Jiba Nukushiyua Ishpi Iuta.
Yep, so that would be the star that should be visible when he is born, whenever he is born.
Aku
Yep.
Kapachi Tikushiniach Chaji Pachi Ayamiyastuchich.
Yamiastuchich. Okay, yeah, and we always pronounce it's the word for church and prayer and everything. We say when we say church, we say imauchwa, but we always spell it ya mi so it's imastochich, jaji pachi imastochich. We've come to pray to him, or we've come to worship him.
Okay.
And I'll read the next line. And
Okay.
Ishbimak, Chauchamau, Herod, Piatak Oya, Nas Chimikuskatetum, Kiamiswa Wanchi, Enta Jerusalemich, Katach, Kiawiwao, Chimiskotatemuch. So they were troubled. They're bothered. It bothered them when they heard this. It bothered the king when he heard it, and it bothered all the people in Jerusalem when they heard it. Okay, and you can do this last bit here. Go.
Aku
That's Herod.
Herod.
Yeah, that's what that is.
Wishamat Mishwa Anya Gani Piuji. Ayamiya Ujamawa.
Yeah, Imau Jamawa. Yeah, good.
Yeah, Aniya Yuwa.
Yeah, those.
Gajishku Majiji.
Good.
Wishiwaunio. Aku kwaitat. Jak Atanayo. Utanayo.
Jack Utanayo, yeah.
Utanayo. Chibayu 1. Christ.
Good. So they say he basically called together all these people. He called together the Kanikan Pichi, the leaders of the priests, Imauchamawa, and those guys, kas skutamateiti, the ones who teach it, wishwaunio, the law. They're talking about the 10 Commandments, the law. That's what the law is here. Wishwaun is a law.
Mhm.
So those 10 Commandments. So the teachers of the law and the priests, and he asked them this, Chak Otanayo, what town Chipaiu is supposed to be born, and that Christ. And so that's where they end up going off to find the place. Want to do a little bit more?
No, I'm okay.
Okay. Yeah, it's just you and me. So I just wanted to have something to record and to put on YouTube so that other people can join us. So I'm thinking that this will probably be the last one until I send out a message to everybody by email again and probably ask them if they want to get started and do another round of the courses in the summer. I appreciate what you had to share about how it's helped you to read better. And I've noticed since January, your reading is a lot better than it was. And I know that anybody who practices as much as you do would get better just as you have.
Yeah,
So I feel like you're doing a good job.
I appreciated this course. And who knows, I might register again the next
Okay.
time. I find it really, really fun, you know.
Yeah, good. Well, I think it's even more fun when we have more people to follow along. It's just the two of us. It's all right, but it's better when there's more. In the next email I send you, I'll send you the link to order those kinds of books if you want to. Anybody can order them online, and they come pretty quick. If you order a book in a couple of weeks, you can have it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go look at the eBooks now.
All right. It's been a pleasure to spend this time with you, and have a good week.
Thank you so much.
All right.
There
Agnomiam.
you go. Bye.